downtown Cleveland. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Green. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up second down. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He's going to field this at the 4. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, Hill. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They run again with Dowdle. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A nice throw there by the young rookie from Penn State, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10. A running play, it's Dowdle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Off play action. Green. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They run here with Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get...
Touchdown! DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That's to the second-year tight end, Harold Fannin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
6 terrific years with the Colts, and he also had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. Michael Pittman adds another weapon for a Steelers offense that struggled to score in their bigger games last season.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to take this across the 15 into Browns territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to throw now on first down.
Setting up the screen for Sampson. He's got room to roam.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Green. Touchdown, Browns!
Harold Fannin
As the first half is winding down.
and the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what... And now it's blocked.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, Hill. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He'll look to set up his blockers.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there.
And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete.
You know they want it. You know they expect it. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Dowdle will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns' drive about to get started.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A give up the middle, Judkins.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Green.
That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the Browns have been seeking a receiver to make plays downfield and create excitement among the ranks, and they found him in Casey Concepcion. A great separator and terrific after the catch.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good job of just taking what's there.
He found his man over the middle for the first down. Everyone always wants to see the big highlight plays, but those smart decisions that keep the chains moving are just as important.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Green. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Sampson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Dylan Sampson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. The
Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Green.
There's a short one caught by Fannin.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
To pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Green. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Green.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Right back to Boston. Another catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Carson Schlesinger with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give. Here's Judkins.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 7.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Green.
He gets this into the hands of Judkins.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Andre Schmidt on for the Browns field goal. A 26-yard
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Does the big boy have the juice? And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And there he goes again. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
2nd down and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they will take a knee here.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.